Hello and welcome to another episode on the future of mobility powered by JSW Steel. Now, in this episode, we have a very interesting topic. It's all about quality. And who better than Toyota to give us an insight into what is required to make a real quality product, a product that doesn't fail, that is reliable. And Toyotas, we know, are super reliable. They don't break down. And I have with me Mr. Padmanabha, who is the Executive Vice President of Manufacturing for Toyota. Paddy-san, as we know you, welcome, and just give us an overview. We have this thing about Toyota. Whatever you say about it, one thing we can't deny is that it has a certain reliability level, a longevity level, and a reputation of Toyotas, just they don't break down. What's the secret sauce behind this, if you can just give us an overview of that?
Absolutely. Thank you, Hormazd, and welcome to Bidadi plant, Toyota, and to your team also. Yeah, quite interesting question because, as Toyota, we are known for the quality, but let me take a little bit of background to this, give a background to this. Because as a Toyota, we believe that it's the people who make cars.
Not the machine.
Not the machines. Machine only assist people to make cars. So how to make best people to make the best cars is the key for us. As you know, Toyota globally believe in providing mass happiness. So mass happiness means to our employees, to our customers and the societies at large. So first thing what we look at is how we can take care of our employees. So that's very, very important. So we first take care of their education. As you have seen today, the Gurukul, the TTTI, and then each shop has our own training dojo. So with that, we educate people. But the next step is important, which when they come to the shop floor, they see the right environment to implement whatever they learned, what the skill they have, what knowledge they gained. So that right environment is very important. Second one is give them the empowerment and encourage them. That's the most important thing to give the best quality.
And empowerment means they can even stop the line.
Exactly. I'll come to that a little later because with this we develop the best people and the best people make the best cars.
Right.
So that's a key point. So when we talk, as you rightly mentioned, when we talk about the empowerment, the quality and the safety, which is the key for us. So if an employee finds out a problem in the line in terms of the safety or quality, we empower them to stop the line.
Right.
So as you see, if this employee now finds a problem, he can stop it and the entire back process is stopped.
Anyone can stop the line.
Yes.
He doesn't feel bad about it, or he's not made to feel bad about it. Because sometimes stopping the line is a big thing. So I get to think that people are sometimes scared or nervous to do that, and sometimes they just let it go and not stop it. You have to overcome that mindset?
Absolutely. So this is a very good question, because when initially people come in, they think that line should always run.
Yeah, keep it under the carpet.
Yeah. Hide the problem, somehow push the vehicles. But we, from the beginning, educate and encourage them and empower them to stop the line in case of there is a problem. And this we reinforce by even the top management level, even sometimes my level, go to that employee and say thank you.
Right.
Thank you for stopping the line. Because that is very important, which give them a lot of courage and the confidence,
right,
to move forward. And more than the quality, we also encourage the safety. Because when we design the process, we design from the two standpoint. One is all the processes should be safe to the employee, from the equipment point of view and the process point of view. And secondly, we design every process to give the best quality.
Right.
So finally, the process is good, it is safe, it gives quality, but finally the people behind that is very important.
Right. I also just want to talk on the overall engineering philosophy of Toyota. Now the sense one gets is you like to keep everything simple.
Yep.
You all don't even give a sunroof, because sunroof can be a problem in, now you'll give it, of course, because customer demands the high cost, but you don't give a sunroof because it can give problems. So you'd rather not give us potential source of problem, than give something which even the customer wants that way. I mean, do you think it's taken to a extreme level sometimes, this whole manic obsession with quality?
Yeah, let me elaborate it a little bit more because, of course, one is the production process. We believe that simple the better. Every employee can easily do it. That's better because then safety and quality.
What mean the cars are also engineered in that way?
I cannot say that cars are engineered based on the customer need.
Right.
You know, it all started with the cars means mobility, means a process of making a tool to move people from one place to another.
Right.
It's only later on we get into all the gizmos and more novelty factors. That's the customer need and we have to go with that. So
Right.
That's
So your point on gizmos. Now, we know that today software is a big challenge. Auto industry is learning with it. A lot of auto industry is having issues with it. Do you think, dealing with software is one of the big focus areas for you all? I mean, in terms of at least keeping the bugs out the way you would like them to.
Of course, the moving forward, the auto industry, of course, is moving in that direction. We can see that a trend coming and more customers are looking at that because the car is more of entertainment also along with that moving from one place to another. Yeah, that's the thing in future. Yeah.
Right. And is that a challenge for you? Sometimes you have to figure out, or is it there's a procedure for that on the assembly line? It's not so much of an issue.
I would answer this only from the manufacturing standpoint.
Right.
Everything that we design, whether it's the software or the hardware, it is designed from the manufacturing and serviceability perspective also.
Right.
So once that is designed in that way, our job as a manufacturer is just follow the basic SOPs of producing it.
Right. Yeah. Now, the Toyota production system is very well known. Everyone talks about it. You all have even made it an open book for everyone to follow. But somehow everyone can't get it right despite knowing what to do. Is it fair to say it's like dieting? You know what to do, but everyone can't do it?
It's a very good point. But I also worked in another company and 25 years ago joined this company and I was grappling with the same issue. But over a period, I recognized that it is more than this, it is this.
Right.
It's more than your mind. It is the passion. It's a passion that every employee has. So both HRD and the manufacturing, we spend a lot of time with our people. We have a beautiful concept called Mendomi. Mendomi is how you take care of your employees like your own child. All our supervisors today, there are more than 900. All of them are once upon a time employees, team members, workers. They all got promoted over a period of time and now they are supervising many people. Means they know the difficulties and mindset of those people. You can see apart from production, supervisors are going to the clinic along with the employee. Even if they have a stomachache, headache, they take them to the clinic.
Right.
Now doctor suggests he has to be going to hospital. So supervisor go up to the hospital. Now hospital he coordinates with the family.
Right.
Till he hands over them to the family, he is there in the hospital. So this is how...
No, I think the sense I'm getting, it's people getting the right people.
Absolutely.
Just to understand how many on the shop floor are, let's say, is this their first job? I mean, I think you would not take from other OEMs because you don't want that baggage to come. I mean, what's the kind of philosophy? It's generally everyone is absolutely fresh and molded in a certain way.
Both things are possible. If they are freshers, it's easier to mold them. If they are experienced elsewhere, not necessary other OEMs, but any other trade,
right?
It's little kind of, we spend more time with them because first they have to unlearn and learn the Toyota practices. It takes little more time, but it's possible.
But they come from another trade, but you don't take from another OEM, for example. That's very rare.
No such rule as we don't take them from other OEMs. There are people.
Right. And let's just talk about the supplier side, because obviously a lot of the quality, is from the supplier side. How do you ensure, let's say from a supplier standpoint, that, you get that right level of quality? Because quite frankly, you have the same supplier supplying to you, supplying to another OEM, but some of the quality levels are not the same. I mean, what is that? What again over there makes that difference?
Okay. Almost, let me put into perspective. Good part, good process, and good people. These three are very important. 3 Ps I can call it. They are very important to make a good car. So as you rightly pointed out, parts quality is very important. So as a Toyota, we treat suppliers as our own partner. It's a part of our own body.
And you have long-term relationship.
We have very long-term relation with them. We help them to establish their production line.
And you don't jump if a supplier gives you 5% less or something
No,
like that.
never. We believe to develop them. Our engineers go to their lines and make sure that they make best quality. Whenever there is a problem, rather than blaming them, our people go there, find out what is the real root cause, set it right, make sure that it's consistently they are able to produce the part with good quality, and then only come back.
Right.
So this kind of approach is very important to get the best.
So
quality.
just sticking with the suppliers, so there's a lot of investment in more like training resource, people resource at the supplier end rather than just an investment over there.
Of course, it's both from Toyota side as well as the supplier side. We invest in terms of our resources,
Right.
and they invest in terms of their own training process, etc.
Correct. Yeah. And obviously all the capex which needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Right. And just to understand, you have very long-term relationships with suppliers. Is that right? I mean, is that how the Toyota way? And do you have normally single source, or do you like to have multiple sources from a quality standpoint and let's say hedging your bet standpoint?
See, we try to do what is best for us.
Right.
Having a long-term relation with the supplier is best for us.
Right.
So that's why we do that.
Right.
Yeah, maybe some others, maybe different method is best.
Right.
So what we do is what is best for us.
And for quality, there are different kinds of materials. I don't know what you look at. There's a certain grade. I mean, like say, for example, steel, which is a large component of the car. Steel is quite important. So, I mean, over there, is there a certain grade you always look at? Obviously, for safety, you need, a lot of boron. How important, let's say, is steel in the overall quality, let's say, portion?
Yeah, as you know, the car contains large portion of its part as in the steel, form of steel. When the car is designed itself, the type of steel, the grade of steel required is designed. It's kind of stipulated.
Right.
So various parts of the car may be requiring different grades of the steel.
Right.
So we follow that design pattern and then identify the right source
Right.
and the right supplier. Sometimes it may not be available as it is. Then
Right.
we help them to develop that.
Right.
So this way we try to get the best.
And is that also important from the quality to make sure that your tools, your dies and all are also kind of, you need a good quality material like steel even for the dies to perform perfectly.
Of course, that's very, very important. A bad raw material can damage the equipment too.
Right.
Yes.
So just getting into, you're talking about manufacturing. I want to press you on one question. You've got Toyota badges on cars that are not manufactured here. You've got a partner who manufactures for you and puts a Toyota badge on it. How involved are you with their quality process? Philosophically, do you all work together?
We work together. And what is best for Toyota customers, we try to give that to the Toyota customers.
Right.
And what is best for our alliance partner, we follow that.
Right. Paddy-san, I mean, clearly, you've got structure. This is a very intense kind of a job. Structuring breaks also is quite critical. I think we've just hit the lunch break right now. So
It's a lunch break.
yeah, it's a lunch break over there. So, I mean, how do you work out those schedules? Let's say, how often do you have the breaks? Because I'm sure this is a very intense, high concentration, very focused job, which can be mentally quite exhausting.
When we have the 8.5 hours total shift timings, then every 2 hours we keep a break.
Right.
So every 2 hours, all employees get a 10 minutes break.
Right.
This 10 minutes, they use it for maybe coffee, tea, or we provide them some kind of entertainment like caroms and things like newspapers, they read. So they relax themselves and then work starts. So after 4 hours, the lunch break or dinner break starts, as the case may be. So
Depending on the
it's a set like that. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And, just going Kaizen, very, very important in the Toyota production system. And clearly, it's all about constant improvement. I mean, where do you see these improvements coming? Is it finally in productivity, or or making a process simpler, or something that, where quality might be compromised? So you again, use another kind of a route or process to kind of, meet that as well?
Kaizen is kind of sine qua non for us. Like, there is no choice other than Kaizen. Now, we develop our people from the beginning to identify the problems, because problems are the mother of Kaizen. So, everyone, every employee, right from the bottom to top, including at my level, we have to see what is the problem. So, once we see the problem, then we think about how to solve it. So, this process of solving the problem becomes a Kaizen. That's number one. Number two is, I do a certain job today in this way, but is there a better way of doing to give a better product? Or I can save time by following different process. So, this also is a Kaizen. So, we encourage every employee, of course, first to follow the standard SOP. SOP is basically standard operating procedure. But while doing so, always think, how can I improve?
Right.
So that's the mother of Kaizen.
And over time, do you see there's quite an involvement of your process with all the small Kaizen activities which have kind of made production more productive as well? That's important, and as well as keeping the quality and reliability intact.
Absolutely. As we say, many drops make an ocean. So many such Kaizens finally make a big improvement to the organization. And also it goes with the grades of or levels of people. A team member, a worker can identify a small problem and improve. Maybe at my level, I have to look for a big problem and improve.
Right.
So it's applicable to everybody.
Well, at least you don't have the problems a lot of other OEMs have, and that's why your cars are loved for their absolute reliability and durability. Paddy-san, I won't take up more of your lunch break.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for talking to us.
Yeah. Nice talking to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.